people can enjoy living. You enjoy every moment living. So that is what we have exactly been doing. Nothing else. And this operation will continue. And we have officers drawn from National Police Service, from Prison Service, from National Youth Service, and for Kenya Forest Service. Those other services were gazetted by the Inspector General as special police officers, as required by the law. We've heard somebody somewhere say military has been deployed. That is a lie. I'm the operational commander for this operation within Nairobi City. And I don't have even a single military officer involved in this operation. We have not reached to that stage where we need to call in military. It is just police officers, special police officers, and officers from National Police Service who have been involved in this operation since we started. I repeat once more, no military officer is involved. And you can see officers they're out here. Look at their attire. It's NYS, prisons, National Police Service. This issue of military, where is it coming from? As the operation commander, I have not at all called for support from military. My officers are doing well. They are managing the situation. And we are equal to the task. I would like to state that these officers they are competent, well trained, well equipped, and with the capacity to handle any situation. Well trained, very professional. And that is what exactly we are doing. Therefore, I would like to assure our people that they are safe and secure. They are in good hands, being served by very professional service. They keep talking to us, volunteering information, but nobody at all should be under fear. I recall last night I received many calls, even from some of you, from the media. Some were called. I remember a journalist calling me at 3 a.m. that Mathare is under attack by Mungiki. That is propaganda. Somebody is spreading propaganda to instill fear in our people that they will be attacked by Mungiki. It's not the case. We have officers deployed in all the areas. You go to Mathare, you find officers deployed there. You go to Dandora, they are there. Go to Kibera, they are deployed. We have not called anybody to help us, any member of the public to join us in managing this situation. We are equal to the task. So I call for Wananchi to be calm, not to be intimidated by anybody. They should be enjoy their life. Every moment, enjoy your existence without being intimidated by anybody. Count on these officers. Count on them, I repeat it. And you remember me telling you that before we went to the general elections. You remember me telling you, count on these officers. Remember I told you, residents of this city, to feel free. Go cast their ballot, express their constitutional rights by voting. We prevented security. Nothing happened. Many residents of this city went out to vote. Queues were very long. And we continue to do that. Yes, maybe the other one I would like to talk about is the use of force. And I know that's one area you're very interested in. Use of force. Of course, the force we use, what determines the force we use is the kind of force used the other side by criminals. I'll give you an example. After the presidential results were announced on Friday, two young men, one armed with a pistol, grab this lady. I will not disclose her identity. They take her to somewhere at the junction of Langata Road and Southern Bypass. There's a bush around there. They rape this lady. Right? Then even after raping this lady, they have the courage to ask her to call the husband to send money. So this lady, she had the courage to text the husband. Even as you come, be careful, these people are armed. The husband alerted us. We went there. We found the lady there and the two gangsters. So the one who was armed attempted firing at the officers. Are you saying, as police officers, wait for that gangster with a firearm to kill that officer? Can't happen. The law is very clear on when we are justified to use a fire. So that gangster was shot. He was fatally injured. And we were able to rescue that lady. And we took her to hospital after what she went through. The ladies will tell you there is no other offense as dehumanizing as rape. What does rape have to do with somebody unhappy with the resort? That's a criminal. That's one incident. So one gangster was shot and recovered a fire, among other items. Then Zimmerman, again, were caught by 190. There are 4 gangsters here, armed, terrorizing us. Our officers rush there. When they get there, they are confronted by this, one of them armed with an AK-47. You know what an AK-47 means? That is an assault rifle. So when we get there, again they fire at our officers. What do you expect our officers to do? And they are armed. Our officers are armed. They know when they are justified to use the fire. So again, the officers respond. 2 of them are fatally injured. We recover the fire. Colleagues, tell me. Even a layman will tell you when a police officer is justified to use a fire. Again, another incident, 21, a gang of 21 decided to storm a shop. They break into that shop. When officers get there, they are attacked. They have pangas, they have machetes. Do our officers wait to be cut into pieces? They respond. Again, 1 or 2 are shot dead. So that's why he said, I'm happy with my officers because of the professionalism they have exhibited, the patriotism, the love for this country they have exhibited. I'm proud of my officers. And we are continuing to do that. We are going to continue to do that. Our responsibility to protect life and the property of every resident of this city. And I will not shy away from doing that one. I have that mandate. And I will do it without fear or favor, without intimidation by anybody. So what I ask those criminals out there who think they will cause trouble, they will steal from anybody, they will harm anybody, I'm sorry, it will not happen. It will not happen. It will not happen. We are going to deal with you firmly. So unless if there's another area you're interested in, maybe any questions I need to respond to.
Have you established the source of what is termed as propaganda about Mathare?
Yes, propaganda. We are making arrests. I will tell you as we are talking. There is this banker, our banker. He posted in the social media that I think he said he's going to buy a panga and do what. And there's our banker. We are looking for him. You go to court. And many more are going to court. You joke around with the social media, you are going utabeba msalaba wako wewe mwenyewe. And let's be careful. Some may be doing it innocently. I don't know whether you know the implication. Our banker, I left your fingerprints because you have committed a serious offense. You never get a certificate of good conduct in this country. You cannot even run any business. You cannot even be a tout. Because to be a tout, you need a certificate of good conduct. That is the implication. So think twice when you want to joke around the social media. You are destroying your own future. But that is what I'm paid to do by Kenyans. To get those who cause trouble and take you in jail. Take you to committee. Na ufungo maisha yako yote. Any other question?
What would you say about the young girl who was shot in Mathare? You said you're proud of your officers and what they did. How would you explain that?
Beautiful. That's a good question. Yes. And it's something I would have mentioned. There are many firearms out there. You know, you have organized criminal gangs. You know about them. They are organized criminal gangs. They're armed. That's the information we have. Some of protesters in the courts, they are armed. They have firearms. So when this young child, the minor, was shot, officers spotted this person who was armed. And they were pursuing him. And as he was running, he was firing. Officers could tell this person under an AK-47. But he was lucky, he got away. So there was a shootout between our officers and this gangster. At that time, who was armed, as I've told you, with an AK-47, but he escaped. So some of the people, I've told you that rape incident, that other, their culprits, one of them under fire, a pistol. I've told you about the incident in Zimmerman. The two gangsters who were shot, one of them under AK-47. So you look at the situation you are in, but it's manageable, it's under control.
So basically what you're saying is that was that child killed by police officers or by a person you say was armed?
I've stated it clearly. At that instance, there was this gangster who was armed. And he was, as he was retreating to the back of the buildings, he was firing. So then, in between, and he was firing aimlessly. In between, is very unfortunate. This child, a beautiful girl, lost her life. Very unfortunate it did. But that's the situation we are in. We have armed gangsters who are calling themselves protesters. But you're going to catch up with all of them.
Okay, so far, how many criminals have the police killed?
Yes. From Wednesday, that was 9th to date, we have 10 dead. But from after the presidential results were announced, up this morning, we have 8. This includes a man who was shot by these thugs again, whom they shot last night within Mathare area. We were caught by members of the public that there is somebody who had been shot and he was lying in a trench. So we got there and we found it was true. He had a bullet wound going through his chest. Again, a firearm from those protesters in the quotes. So the number is now 8 after the presidential results were announced. Because again, last night, we had another one dying in hospital. He had been shot earlier, but he died in hospital. So we are including even that one. So it is 8 up to now.
And how many have been arrested?
Yes, arrests are going on. I've just told you. There's a banker I'm going for. So arrests are going on. Many have been arrested. Some have gone to court this morning, and we are getting even more. Arrests are going on. But I hope you are not telling me that person who is aiming a gun at me. You are telling me, because I had somebody saying he wished he saw that person in handcuffs. Somebody aiming a gun at me. My dear, life is precious. right? I enjoy living. So you're pointing a gun at me. I'm sorry. I'm trained. You go. It's you will go. You attempt firing at me. Or these officers, they have the training. They will take you. So don't attempt that one. Moving around firing, moving around with the machetes, cutting people, that will not happen. I'm sorry. It will not happen. We have a job, it must be done. Just protecting residents of the city and the many foreigners we have in this city. Remember, we have many foreign missions in this city. We have many foreign missions. We have UN headquarters here. A facility we guard jealously. So we must maintain our integrity at whatever cost. So please, another concern would like me to address?
Sorry, just for clarification. So yesterday, no attacks in Madare, no attacks in Lakesama? No attacks. There's something we call morning call-up in the police service. This is my morning call-up for this morning. This is what I did to my boss. You see the murder incident, one is murder incident. That person I'm telling you he was killed by those would-be protesters. Then a fire incident. There was a premises which caught fire, but we managed the fire. Then we have a suicide report. Yesterday, somebody at Moyaveni, junction with Ronangara, decided to take his life. He decided to hang himself. So that's the other report I have. Then again, the other one is a sudden death. Sudden death. Yeah? This is a sudden death. No? Yeah? Sudden death, which is common. Maybe somebody is sick. So this is my morning call-up. The rest is the traffic. Right? Yeah? The case is detected. Do you have anything here? People killed in the Madale? People killed in the Dandora? Nothing. It's propaganda. People want to cause panic. And why would you do that? Why would you do that? But we shall catch up with whoever is doing it. Any other concern you want me to address?
The officers been patrolling around town today.
Not just today. This operation continues. And that's why I told you, whoever thinks you cause trouble, please, can you convey that message to him? Can you assist me by telling him not to attempt? Because remember, I told you, you have a responsibility to ensure there's law and order. To ensure property and life is protected. And we must protect your life jealously. We must protect your property jealously. That will be done. So I'm up with those Kenyans, residents of this city who are calling me at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. We are under attack. And I'll tell them, enjoy your sleep. My officers are there, patrol. Yes, please.
My name is Mustafa.
Yes, Mustafa.
From Islamia.
Yes.
What is the relationship between your personality and the Raya? Because sometimes your personality will become very hard to Raya. What is your advice to us?
Let me tell you, we have no business with that peace-loving Kenya. Our business is running after a criminal. That is our business. So if you are criminal, you have a criminal mind, criminal intention, then you will not have a good relationship with us. We are not going to sit with you over a cup of tea or coffee. But for under mwananchi, you are peace loving. Tuko na wewe. Lakini you are criminal. I'm sorry. You face it. And we learn through mistakes, eh? So that person with criminal intentions, he is going to learn through his mistakes.
So another question. If Wananchi are walking freely in the Nairobi city and are not doing anything bad, and maybe the officer stops them, and maybe someone does not have an ID, and then they don't want to understand that maybe someone has forgotten his ID in the office or in the wallet.
My friend, and people walking freely. Are we stopping those? Are we stopping? Have you been stopped by anybody since morning? Have you been stopped?
Nobody. But
Beautiful.
This one is Nairobi.
Beautiful. Nobody will stop you.
This one is in the city center. City center is very beautiful. What about other estates?
Yes. Please remember, I told you, enjoy your existence. We have nothing to do with that peace-loving resident of this city. It is only those causing trouble. We are in the estate. We are in the informal settlement. You are peace-loving. We have no problem with you. But you have a criminal intention.
One more question.
Asante, situpate mwingine nafasi.
Anything else? So ndugu zanguni, tushirikiane. Hii city is greater than all of us. Let's take it. Tulinde nchi yetu na city yetu. We have a beautiful, beautiful city. Why do you want to destroy it? Remember I told you I'm not a politician, I'm a policeman, non-partisan. But I'm telling politicians out there, be careful with what you say. We are watching closely. We had somebody talking about NTV. NTV, what happened what? NTV, nobody is going to touch you. Nobody. Anybody attempting, let me know, call me. And you'll be my customer. So let us not be reckless with what we say. Asante, I wish you well. Have a good day. Let us keep talking.